friends, today I'm coming on to review the Swap Tracker journal or notebook or planner, however you would like it to be. This is created by Tamika, who is Tamika Sending Smiles here on YouTube. So you can purchase this Swap Tracker over on her Etsy page, which you will find all of that information linked down in the description box below for you. But this Swap Tracker is $5 for the digital version. I don't know if she has physical copies available or not, but you will find all that information in her Etsy shop. I like to get digital versions of things because then you're able to print as many pages as you want once you buy it. Now, Tamika was kind enough to send me a downloadable link to this Swap Tracker for free, so I would review it for her, which I absolutely love to do. And so we are going to take a look at this, and then I will show you all of the wonderful items she has for sale over on her Etsy shop, and also her Swap Tracker website as well. That'll be towards the end of the video. So I have printed my pages out and sized them down a little smaller than 8.5 by 11. So mine are 6 1/4 by 9. So it's smaller than a classic Happy Planner. Classic Happy Planner inside pages are about 7 by 9 1/4. So this is a little bit smaller than a classic. I wanted it to be kind of compact so it's easy to leave here on my desk. Of course, you could make this the larger 8.5 by 11, or you could downsize it even smaller if you wanted a little notebook of this. With the digital version, you have the freedom to do that. I've also went ahead and punched with my Happy Planner punch, and I just added these really fun clear glitter discs from Amazon, which you will find linked in the description box below as well. So I went ahead and punched it and added my little discs because I am very much a Happy Planner girl, and I love being able to customize the disc bound system so I can take away and add pages as I need. So, with the Swap Tracker, you get these really cool swap information cards. So it comes on a full sheet, and then it has name of the swap, host of the swap, and your name here, participant's name. And I'm adding them to this little envelope pocket here. This pocket was in the latest Planny Thing subscription kit, and it's an adhesive pocket, and I am going to add it to the inside page. Now, if you want to print things double-sided, you can. I just chose not to. So I'm going to add this right here, and that way I have my little swap cards handy. Let's start off by looking at the cover. So you have two cover choices. You have this pink one here with the pink glitter, and then you also have this blue one here with the really pretty blue glitter. Of course, I had to choose the pink glitter for the cover, and then I'm using the blue for the back. So you get to choose which cover you want. Then your first kind of title page here is going to be This Book Belongs To. And you've got the craft room is my happy place. You've got all these beautiful like watercolor tools and craft goodies. And like I said, if you wanted to print something out on this page, or you wanted to do the swap workshop sheets or any of the sheets back to back, you can. I chose not to do that. So you have this swaps worksheet. Because I punched, you can see the N in the name got a little punch. That doesn't bother me at all. But you have name of swaps, date due, and the theme. And you have room for 5 swaps. So what I think this would be good for is if you're doing a lot of swaps in a single month, or if you wanted to change this swap and you wanted to also include any challenges you're doing in a month, you could just have all of that information on this one page here. So you've got your space for 5 swaps, item needed, and you have how many per swap or notes. The other way you could use this worksheet is, again, if you have multiple swaps. So say you have a summer swap that's due, but you're working ahead on a Christmas and July swap, and you're also working ahead on a Halloween swap. So you'd put those due dates and the theme. So we're going to say, pool party swap, that's going to be theme summer. Christmas and July theme would be Christmas. Halloween, of course, halfway to Halloween or something would be Halloween. So after you fill this section out here, you get to go down here, how many per swap. So say for the summer swap, we need embellishments, and we need a total of 4. So you could put 4, or in the item needed, you could write set of 4 and then write a number 1. If it's a group swap that you're in and you have 2 swap partners, you could write set of 4 embellishments and a number 2, stating you need 2 sets of 4 embellishments. And then you can make any notes over here. And then that continues for the other swaps as well. And then you have a little note section down here. So I've printed off a couple sheets of those. So now we have the one-on-one swap information. Here we have our due date and your mail date. So this is a date you would put here when you mailed out your swap. Then you have all this information here, hosted by theme, your partner's name, and your partner's address. Your communication method, so if you're talking to your partner on Instagram, YouTube, or email. And then any partner notes here. So I know a lot of times when we're doing swaps, when we reach out to our partner, we, ask, what's your favorite candy? What's your favorite color? Are you looking for any specific papers or colors? And you could use that along with this note section down here at the bottom if you wanted to write any special notes that you have. And then down here we have a little checklist for done. You can check it off as you do it. Your description of your item. So say this is for your pool party swap, and you need those set of 4 embellishments. So set of 4 embellishments, quantity 1, notes, no pink. So say your partner doesn't like pink, then you could make a note here, no pink. Or if the host says your embellishments must have at least 3 layers, then you could take here in your notes and say must have 3 layers. That way when you refer back to this, you remember. And then you can write all of the different requirements for your swap, make your notes, and then you have that larger note section at the bottom. And just like that one-on-one, we have a group swap page as well. Again, with our due date and our mail out date. So this is when you mail it out. Who it's hosted by, the theme, how many swaps. So is it send 1, receive 1, send 2, receive 2 kind of thing. Who you're mailing it out to. So the person who's hosting the group swap. And contact information, like if you're contacting them on email, you could put that down. And then here we have communication methods again. We have a little note section. And then we repeat with our checklist, the description, our quantity, our notes, and then we have that larger note section down here. Then we have challenge information. Again, we have the date that it's due, the date that you mailed it out, who it's being hosted by, the theme, and their mailing address and contact information, communication methods, and the giveaway information. So here's where you would put if someone is hosting, a birthday giveaway and they're asking for a birthday card and a sequins mix, then you could write that in here. And then we have the same section here like the other two with our checklist, our description, our quantity, and our notes. So say the person who's hosting the challenge is asking for a sequence mix, and they want one sequence mix. Notes must include pink in your sequence mix. They're asking for a handmade card, and you're sending them one, and you could put on here prefer blank inside, or whatever they're asking for. Next, we have a little crafty idea page. This could either be something that we decide we want to create ourselves, so we are inspired by ourselves, or if you're inspired by another crafter like we so often are, you could put their name here and include their YouTube, Instagram, or where you were inspired from. And if it's a website, you could put the website here, so that when you refer back to this, when you have time to go, okay, I want to create that 3D project, then I know who I was inspired by, where I can find them on social media, or where I can find their website. If it's in a book that you found, like a magazine or a book, here where it says website, you could write the title of the book, the page number, and then you can include a reference photo here. So include a photo of what you were inspired to create, or if you are thinking about creating something yourself, you could add a little sketch here as well. Then you have idea notes, things I need, tips for making it better, and then you can include a photo of your finished idea. And then down here at the bottom, you have a little extra room if you need any extra room for note taking. And this is the last page. It's called a quick checklist. So you have a group / one-to-one swap. You've got your checklist, due date, name of swap, name of host. Challenge giveaways, again, your checklist, due date, name of challenge or giveaway, and name of host. Now, I am very much a visual person. So, because this is both a group and one-to-one swap section, I think personally for myself, I would take out a highlighter and I would highlight my one-to-one swaps a certain color. And then if I'm working on a one-to-one swap, like I'm working on my pool party swap right now, I would highlight this whole section here. And then I would know that this is a one-to-one swap. And the same for the group swap. You could also highlight that in blue and then highlight, so you know blue is a group swap and purple is a one-to-one swap. You could do the same thing for challenge and giveaways if you wanted. I would use two separate colors. Most of the time, challenges and giveaways are kind of hand in hand, but sometimes you can find giveaways that are not, you don't have to send anything in, and it's just like share their post or share a picture of something. So if you wanted to notate like that to remind yourself to check back to see who the winner is, you could also put that there. But I've printed out a couple sheets of that. So I think this swap tracker is such a cool idea, and a great way to have a notebook that has all of the information for the swaps that you have currently. You could just keep current swaps in this, and just keep this, like, refresh it monthly as you're working on current swaps. Or if you wanted to keep like your whole year, so 2025 swaps in this, you could do that as well. Now let's go over to my computer and let's check out Tamika's Etsy and the Swap Tracker website as well. So let's go to that different view. Like I said, the link to Tamika's Etsy shop will be linked down in the description box below, and you can click that link and go directly here to her Etsy page. So you can see she has the Beatable store, paper collections, t-shirts, journals, trackers. She's got digital wraps, digital ephemera, and a little gift shop. So You can click on these things one by one, but let's click on the journals and trackers. So she currently has 3 different versions of the journal. So we just looked at the swap tracker. And again, that's only $5, and you can print these pages as many times as you want after you put down your $5 investment. She also has this work in progress for quilting. That's only $3. And this is a quilt tracker in charts. Let's see. So you can see pattern, designer, what book you use, finished quilt size. Then we have things like binding, size measurement. So you have all this in your your quilt tracker. And then we have the Swap Tracker Host Edition, which I think if you host any swaps, this is an excellent thing to purchase so that you can keep track of all different types of group swaps or one-on-one swaps. So there is a spreadsheet and a paper version of this. So we have one-on-one swap host tracker. This looks like the spreadsheet version. And then here is a paper version. So you have group swap host tracker, the swap name, the due date, and the number of participants. And then you have the participant's name. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. You can check off if the swap was received, postage paid, the number of swaps, video recorded, boxed and labeled, shipped out date, and outgoing swap received. So this is for a group swap. So this also has the number here where you can number your participants number 1, and say I'm participating in a group swap that someone's hosted. I'd put my name, Patricia, and fill out this. Let's see if there is one for a one-on-one swap. So here is the one-on-one swap host tracker. Again, we have swap name, due date, and number of participants. Participant's name, if it's shipped in the date, and if the partner swap was received. So the date that Patricia shipped her swap and the date that the partner received their swap. And if they did an Instagram or a YouTube post, and their partner's name. So say I was sending to Tamika, then Patricia's name would be here and Tamika's name would be here for the partner. So that is the host edition. All right, and then let's go back to the all, and you can see she's got different paper collections. This is a Crafty Digital. And so then over here on the left side, you can see all the different papers that come with this collection. And then she also has items to do beadable pins, bookmarks, makeup, keychains. These are custom beadable pins. We have unboxing knives that you can customize. And then like this steampunk here comes with not only your paper, but it also comes with the ephemera. So you get 2 sheets of ephemera with this paper kit, with this paper digital kit for $2.50. I think that's an awesome deal if you're looking for digital paper that you can constantly print out, and also have ephemera that you can constantly print out and use as well. All right, let's close these extra pages. And let's go over to her swap tracker website. Her swap tracker website is theswaptracker.com. You'll find that information linked in the description. So when you first go to the page, you'll have a link to Tamika's Etsy shop right here. So just click on that. And then she also has a few of the items listed right there if you're interested in purchasing those. Then this little button here, if you like this content, buy me a coffee. You can click on that if you'd like to buy her a coffee. And then here we have, you can join the swap trackers list by entering your email. You'll be notified when new swaps are posted. And then you can see here, we have all posts, August, September, Craft Swap Chronicles, giveaways, and different dates and products. So you can see some of these swaps are currently open and some of these have already closed. Like I know the Candyland has closed. I'm not sure about the banner swap, but if you want to look for future swaps, I would click on the August. So I clicked on the August 2025 events, and then you can see here there's two listed. This is a make one or make two, so that's a group swap, and so is this Everything Disney. And then if you're interested in finding out more information about one of these swaps, so let's say Everything Disney, you can click on this link that looks like they're both from Instagram. And then it will pull up a larger version where you can see what you need to make. No sign up is necessary for this particular swap. Make sure you mail out by August 1st. And here is your contact information. If you have any questions, please include your shipping cost, which is the same amount it costs you to ship to me. So that's good. So you'll know how much you have to give for shipping. And then down here, you have even some suggestions of what you can send. So I would definitely check out the Swap Tracker website for all kinds of different upcoming swaps and challenges. And make sure you check out Tamika's Etsy page as well. And head over there and pick up the Swap Tracker, or if you host swaps, pick up the host edition as well. So thanks so much, guys, for stopping by and hanging out for this little bit longer of a video. And check out the description box below for links to everything we talked about today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.